Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about very important issue which is neglected in the forex market, and most traders find themselves finding it difficult to put on consistent profitability, not because they because they don't know how to trade, but just because they neglect these things. So basically I'm going to be telling you how you can still become a profitable trader despite having losing trades. All right, so you want to watch this video to the end, because many people have misunderstood the concept and they think that when they are not consistently profitable it's because they don't have the best strategy in the world. So I'm going to prove you wrong, and I will share with you what will make you become consistently profitable even with losing trades. All right, so watch till the end. Traders, welcome to my channel. I am Full Kingsley. By the grace of God, I bring to you guys strategies, tutorials on the forex market, volatility indices, metals like gold, Nasdaq, VIX75, many other instruments. You want to subscribe to the channel by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss out. In my Telegram forum, I shared a particular scenario and I explained to you guys how they can use the power of risk management and risk to reward ratio to become profitable. All right, even when winning, losing 50% of the time, even losing 60% of the time, you can still become profitable. Right, so just watch, and I'm going to share with you the secret, and you are going to see that it's going to change your trading around. And by the way, if you have not joined our Telegram channel, the link is in this video's description below in the pinned comment, so that also you can join, and once in a while you also get updated with educational content. All right, okay, so now let's talk about the concept. Right, we are talking about risk management and risk to reward ratio. This is a very important concept in which you rarely hear people talking about it on YouTube. They always talk about best strategy, but this will bring a turnaround for you. All right, now you see that having a good strategy is nice, but having a risk management plan and a risk to reward plan is most important. All right, you can have an 80% win rate strategy and you don't make money. Then you have another person who have just a 40% or a 50% win rate and they are making money. Right, so the end of the day, because the result is judged based on the end of, the general, a large number of trades that have been taken. When you hit little wins and little loss here and there, that's not good profitability. Profitability is when you have taken like 100 trades, and from there now you are going to see if you are still left with money in your account. Okay, so now basically, now let's first of all start by defining risk to reward ratio. Risk to reward ratio is simply what the amount of money which you are willing to risk, all right, as compared to how much you are going to make per each trade you take. Right, like what Mark Douglas will usually say, the amount of money you are going to use in order to find out if the trade will go in your favor or not. Right, now we have different types of risk to reward ratio, and then we also have different types of risk management. Right, now we have people who have ideologies like they should be risking a particular portion of their account per each trade they take, which is good. All right, and we have people who think that they should not even put stop losses. All right, and my opinion, that's bad. That's why you see that in the long run they are going to get very great downfalls. All right, now if you are trading as a trader, always ensure that you have what you have a risk management plan. You should have a particular amount of money you are risking per trade that you take. All right, and then you should have a particular at least risk to reward ratio that you have put for each trade. Right, like I said earlier, risk to reward ratio. Let's say if you have a $100 account, just for an example, and then you should state that your risk to reward ratio should be 1:2, 1:3. Now if they say it is 1:2, it means that if you are risking $2 per trade, then your target for that trade should be at least $4. That is 1:2. Right, if it is 1:3, it means if you are risking $2 per trade, your reward should be at least $6. That is 1:3 risk to reward ratio, meaning that you should not take anything other than that. If the trade opportunity does not present that scenario, or if it doesn't present a situation where you have to make $3 or $4, then you should not take the trade. That is the meaning of being disciplined with the risk to reward ratio. And now, like I said, we have three important components. You need a strategy, and you need to know what your win rate. You really need to know your win rate. There are many people who are trading, they don't know their win rate. Now if I ask you the strategy you are using, what is your win rate? Is it 50%? Is it 30%? Is it 70%? Most people will not know. All right, because they are just trading maybe just based on emotions and all of that. But you need to know your win rate of the strategy. Now for instance, let me say My strategy has, let me say I have 57% win rate, let's just say 50% win rate. All right, and let me share with you the importance of risk management and risk to reward ratio. If I have 50% win rate, it means that if I take 100 trades, right, I'm going to lose 50 of those trades and I'm going to win just 50. So that is a 50% win rate. Now there are people who will not make money if they have that particular win rate, while there are other people who make money. Now the difference between the two traders, someone took 400 trades, lost 50 and 150 and was profitable and made good profit. Another person took 100 trades, 150 and lose 50, but the person actually lose money. So what is the difference between those two people? The difference now lies in the risk to reward ratio that the people are using. Right now, if you are using, let me say, a 1:2 risk to reward ratio, there are people who will always make more when they win and lose little when they lose, like me for instance. I have at least a 1:2 1:3 risk to reward ratio. Now if I have a, let's say, $100 account for an example, and then you place those 50 trades. Now let's say each trade you win, you place, you have, you state that you have a 1:2 risk to reward ratio for instance, and then if you make $2, right, if you place a trade and win, you make $4. If you lose, you lose $2. So meaning you are risking $2 to get $4, $2 to get $4. You make it constant in all of the trades. Right now, it means that if you take 100 trades and you lose 50 of the trades, it will be $2 times 50, which is $100. Right, if you win 50 of the trades, it will be $4 times 50, which is $200. So at the end of the day, you take the $200 profit and minus the $100 loss. You see that you'll be left with $100. So you see that you have lost many trades, you have lost 50 trades, but you are still able to make $100. Now take it contrary to another person who do not understand the concept of risk to reward ratio. If the person is risking the same amount to get the same amount, if you are risking $2 to get $2, you are risking $2 to get $2. If you take 100 trades, right, what happened? You are going to be left with 0, because 2 times 50 will be 50, 2 times 50 of the winning trades will be 50, 2 times 50 of the losing trades will be 50. At the end of the day, you stress, you take 100 trades and you make nothing from it, and you even be better, you just break even. But the worst is someone who claims to have maybe a 90% or 80% risk to win rate, a strategy that's 80% win rate, because they have maybe a wide stop loss. That stop loss is very wide, and then they have a close target, meaning that they are risking more than what they get, so that they should not get their stop loss hit fast. You see, when price start moving and going in that direction, you hardly hit their stop loss because it's very wide and their target is easy to hit. Right, at the end of the day, they win 80 trades, and they'll have 80% of the trades, and they will have the contrary. Right, so if you are risking, let me say, $4 to get $2, right, it means if you take 50 trades, let's say you take the same situation, you take 50 trades, or let me say 100 trades, you win 50 of the trades, you lose 50. It will be the contrary. It means at the end of the day, you lose $100 because you are doing the contrary. You lose. So now you see that, okay, let's just say you have that kind of risk to reward ratio, and you have maybe even a 60% win rate, right? You have a 60% win rate. You are risking more than what you get. Let's say you are risking $4 to get $2 because you want your target to be hit. All right, okay, let's just say 4. Let me just calculate in my mobile. Let's say 4 times 60, right? 4 times 60 will be let me say 4 times 40. Okay, because your win rate is 60%, so you will only losing 40%, which is 40 trades. So if you say 4 times 40, right, it will be $160. Right, now let's take the contrary. Now 2 times 60, right, from 2 times 60, which is your profit, so instead be $120. So at the end of the day, you lose what? You lose $160, and you only make $120, even despite the fact that you have a 60% win rate. So meaning in 100 trades that you took, you won up to 60% of them, you lose just 40%, but you are not profitable. But now the 60 trades that you took and you won, you only made $120. But just the 40 trades that you lose, you instead lose $160. So at the end of the day, you are at a negative
Right, so you see you are in negative of about $40. All right, so you apply the same with bigger accounts and all of that. So you see that the win rate sometimes is not the most important. The win rate is not the most important. The most important thing is your risk management and the risk to reward ratio that you're using. So many people don't know these things, so I decided that let me share with you guys so that you should, from today, you should understand this. So what you should take from this video is this: number one, have a strategy and you know your win rate. Make sure that as you're trading, know that you have your win rate. If you know that you have tested 100 trades and maybe you only win 50, means that your win rate is 50%. Right, so with 50% win rate, to be profitable, you need to use at least a 1:2 risk to reward ratio upwards to be profitable. Right, and if you know your win rate, right, you know that you are going to be using 1:2 risk to reward ratio, and then you can make a lot of sense out of it. All right, so that is it, guys. So from the video, make sure that you know your strategy, know your win rate, what is your maximum drawdown, how much can you lose, or you know there are times where you are going to have losing streaks. All right, now talking about this 100 trades, it doesn't mean that you are going to win all of them in a row or lose all of them in a row. No, the outcome of the trades that you take of individual trades are random. The first trade could be winning, the second will be winning, maybe the next will be losing, the fourth will be winning, the sixth will be losing, the other one will be losing, the other one will be winning, losing. There are times where you are going to have losing streaks in a row. So there are times where you're going to have winning streak in a row. But once you take all together, you have taken the 100 trades, what happened? You are going to see now that you are still going to win 50% because you already understand that is your win rate. That's why sometimes it's advisable to risk just between 1 to 3% of your account, such that in a situation where if you have a losing streak, let's say you have 6-7 losing trades in a row, is your account still going to be, in the business? Are you going to blow it? All right, if you are not able to answer that question, then you should understand that you are risking too much of your account. So having a losing streak or losing trades does not mean that the strategy is not valid. It's just a process, because the outcome of each trade is random. So those are the things you should understand and trade like a professional trader. And you see that even with a small account, you are going to grow it, and in the long run you are going to gradually build that profit target that you're actually targeting. All right, so that's what I have for you today, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up, make sure you click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, so that anytime I post a new video, you are going to be the first to get a notification. Our Telegram channel link is in this video's description below and in the pinned comment, so that you can join, and once in a while you're also going to be getting educational content. So thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next video.